Welcome to Blood Sugar Squad, your go-to channel for simple, actionable tips to manage diabetes and live your best life. You're doing everything right. You've swapped the donuts for a bowl of whole wheat flakes. You've traded the sugary kids cereal for that artisanal, honey-drizzled granola. Your pantry is a lineup of boxes shouting, "Heart healthy," made with ancient grains and good source of fiber. You feel good about your choices. You're being healthy. But what if I told you that these very breakfasts, the ones marketed as the pinnacle of a wholesome start, could be the silent saboteurs of your blood sugar management? That your morning routine might be setting you up for a day of energy crashes and frustratingly high glucose readings? Stick with me, because today we're pulling back the curtain on the breakfast aisle to answer the critical question. Are healthy cereals and granolas spiking your blood sugar? Segment 1. Cereal, Processing, and Nutrition Labels. Let's start with a fundamental truth. The front of a cereal box is an advertisement. The back, the nutrition label and ingredient list, is where the reality lives. And for those of us managing diabetes, this is the battlefield. First, we need to understand the primary villain in this story: carbohydrate density. Even cereals made from whole grains are processed, flaked, puffed, shredded, which physically breaks down the grain's natural structure. This makes the carbohydrates much easier and faster for your body to digest. Essentially, your digestive system has to do very little work to convert those flakes or puffs into glucose. The result? A rapid influx of sugar into your bloodstream. Then, there's the added sugar trap. That 6g or 12% daily allowance, you see, that's based on a general population guideline, not a diabetic metabolism. For many of us, even a seemingly small amount of added sugar on top of a large base of processed carbohydrates is enough to trigger a significant spike. And healthy granola is often one of the worst offenders. To get those clusters to bind and taste delicious, manufacturers use binders like honey, maple syrup, brown rice syrup, or cane sugar. A single, reasonable serving can easily contain 10, 15, even 20 grams of added sugar. Which brings me to my own story. After my diagnosis, I was diligently cutting out the obvious sugar. I landed on wheat checks for breakfast. I saw 6g of sugar on the label and thought, this is okay, this is responsible. My A1C at my next check was still 8.5. My doctor took one look at my food log and said, stop eating cereal. I tried to argue. I said, but it's whole grain. What if I switch to granola? That's even healthier. He just shook his head and said, no cereals. That includes granola. Eat eggs instead. I was confused. How could my healthy choice be so wrong? The answer lies in the second piece of the puzzle, segment 2. But the cereal box says, high in fiber. We've all been taught to look for fiber, and that's good. Fiber, specifically soluble fiber, can slow the absorption of sugar and blunt the glycemic response. But here's the catch. Many high-fiber cereals achieve their numbers through isolated fibers like chicory root, inulin, or wheat bran added to a highly processed base flour. While these do count as fiber and benefit gut health, they may not be as effective at moderating blood sugar spikes as the intrinsic fiber found in whole, unprocessed foods like oats or berries. More critically, we have to talk about what's missing: protein and fat. The low-fat and fat-free craze of the past decades utterly ruined our collective breakfast. To make food taste good without fat, manufacturers add, you guessed it, sugar and refined carbs. A bowl of cereal with skim milk is essentially a bowl of fast-acting carbohydrates with a side of more fast-acting carbohydrates. It lacks the two key nutrients that promote satiety and, most importantly, slow down gastric emptying: protein and healthy fat. When you eat a meal high in protein and fat, like eggs or full-fat Greek yogurt with nuts, your body releases it into your bloodstream slowly and steadily. It's a gentle slope. A bowl of even high-fiber cereal with skim milk is a steep hill. Your pancreas is asked to handle a surge of glucose all at once, a challenge for anyone, but particularly for those with insulin resistance or impaired insulin production. So, my doctor's eat eggs instead advice wasn't just about removing a problem. It was about prescribing a solution, a breakfast centered on stable energy, built on protein and fat. Segment 3. So I can never have cereal ever again? All of this doesn't mean you can never have a bowl of cereal or granola again. It means you must become a forensic investigator of your breakfast. Here's your action plan. First, ignore the marketing claims on the front. Go straight to the nutrition facts panel and the ingredient list. Second, apply the 10-5-3 rule as a starting filter. Look for per serving, 10 or more grams of protein. This is more important than you think for blood sugar stability. 5 or fewer grams of added sugar, not total sugar, as berries or milk contribute to the total. 3 or more grams of fiber. The more, the better, but remember its source. You'll find that 99% of cereals and granolas fail at least one of these, usually protein. The ingredient list should read like a recipe you could make in your kitchen. If you see multiple forms of sugar in the first 5 ingredients, it's a dessert. The ultimate tool? Your glucose meter. This is non-negotiable. If you want to try a cereal, eat your standard serving with your usual milk. Test your blood sugar right before you eat, then at 1 hour and 2 hours after your first bite. See the spike for yourself. Is it staying within your target range? Data doesn't lie. This personalized feedback is worth more than any health claim on any box. But let's be real. Managing this condition isn't just about reading labels. It's also about managing the stress scrolling that leaves you mentally drained. That's why Jennifer wrote The Digital Tao, a 14-day digital detox. It's not a diabetes book. It's a practical guide to reducing that digital stress, because a peaceful mind supports a healthier body. This book is your simple path to quieting the noise. Just scan the QR code on screen or use the link in the description below. Segment 4, Final Thoughts. My doctor's advice felt restrictive at the time, but what he was really giving me was freedom. Freedom from the spikes, the crashes, and the confusion. He was challenging me to redefine the word healthy, not by what the food industry told me, but by what my body's metabolism truly needed. Healthy for diabetes management isn't about low-fat or whole grain slogans. It's about macronutrient balance, slow-release energy, and minimal processing. It's about choosing foods that love you back by providing steady fuel. So, what can you do tomorrow morning? Think outside the bowl. Scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado. Full-fat plain Greek yogurt with a handful of raspberries and slivered almonds. A chia seed pudding made the night before. These are the true Blood Sugar Squad champions. You have the power to choose. You have the tools to investigate. And you have a community here to support you. Ditch the illusion, trust the data from your own body, and build a breakfast that sets you up for a stable, energetic, and thriving day. Thanks for watching. If this video opened your eyes, give it a thumbs up, and please share it with someone who needs to see it. What are your thoughts about diabetes, breakfast cereals, and granola? Comment below. Until next time, stay strong, stay sweet, but not too sweet, and keep thriving with the Blood Sugar Squad.